guys, it's Jessie, and today I'm going to be going through and showing you all of the books that I have acquired in the month of February. So I recently just filmed this video like 2 seconds ago, but then I realized I had 6 more books in my bedroom. So the first video was 20 book haul, and I had to stop filming and restart because I actually got 26 books this month so far. Crazy, insane, I know. On my desk, I have all of the books sorted out into different piles of where I got them. I'll tell you as I go to each stack where I got each of these, how I got each of these books. So, without further ado, let's get into the books because there are 26 of them. Hey guys, sorry I'm coming to you from laptop quality. Right after I finished uploading the video, I got a package in the mail from Simon & Schuster's. Thank you so much, Simon & Schuster, for sending it to me. I opened it. There's a letter here and a bookmark. So the book that I got from Simon & Schuster is a hardcover copy of Thanks for the Trouble by Tommy Wallach. So I read one of Tommy Wallach's books before called We All Looked Up, and I did enjoy his writing. So I cannot wait to read this one. I don't know where the release date is. It doesn't really say on here, so I don't know when it comes out, but thank you so much, Simon & Schuster, for sending me this book. First book I got, this is my Barnes & Noble stack. I got 4 books from Barnes & Noble this month, and the first one is The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. I previously read I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, and I loved it. It's a contemporary novel, and I'm pretty sure this is a contemporary too. So I got the audiobook for this too, so I'm super excited to read this book either at the end of this month or next month. I love Jandy Nelson's book, so woo! Book is Autumn's Kiss by Bella Thorne. When I was younger, I admired Bella Thorne a lot, so I read her first novel when it came out. This is the second book in the Autumn Fall series, and it just came out recently, so I'm super excited to read it. I think I read her first book. I rated it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Better than I expected it to be. Their books are short, they're only like 200 pages, so they're really enjoyable reads. Next, we have a kind of darker Peter Pan based in Neverland retelling called Unhooked by Lissa Maxwell, and the tagline is, "This is not the Neverland you know." So I'm excited. You guys know I love Peter Pan, so I will pretty much read any Peter Pan retelling. I love Peter Pan. And the last book, the 4th book in the Barnes & Noble stack, is Starflight by Melissa Lander, and this is a sci-fi young adult read, and I'm super excited to read this. Next stack we have here, I'm gonna go with my used Goodwill bookstore stack. I go to the Goodwill bookstore often because you can get great books at lower prices, and so let's get into the pile. The first book I have from the Goodwill bookstore is The Passage by Justin Cronin. I'm pretty sure this is a mystery. When I read the summary, it sounded really interesting to me, so I'm going to be reading this next month. It's like 790 pages or something crazy, so I'm determined to read this next month to be my largest book reading of City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. So I'm excited. Next, from the Goodwill bookstore, I got The Beauty and the Beast Vendetta. And I got this just because I thought it would be a really lightweight book that I wouldn't mind leaving on an airplane if I needed something to read on an airplane, because I love the show Beauty and the Beast, and this is basically the book version of it, so I just got this in case I ever needed it for a trip or vacation. The next book I got from Goodwill is Paranormalcy by Kirsten White. Kirsten White always comes around to sign in my area, and I love her. She's hilarious. So when I saw this book, I was really excited because I have a whole bunch of her books, and this is one I did not yet have. So I'm super stoked to read this. Next, we have Unleashed from the Wolfspring Chronicles by Nancy Holder and Debbie Vigwe. I don't know how to pronounce that name, I'm sorry. I'm not sure whether this is the first or second book in the series. I'm pretty sure it's the first. I think it's a werewolf type story. I saw a bunch of reviews and heard hype about this, so I just got it because it was like $2 or something, and thought it would be a fun read. Last book on this list that I got from the Goodwill bookstore isn't really like a reading book, it's just a fun one that I loved, and because you know I'm a big Lord of the Rings Hobbit fan, so I got The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Rings visual companion. When I saw this, I was so happy. It was only like $2 or something. I love the Goodwill bookstore. Anyways, it's just a whole bunch of behind the scenes in the movie and stuff. So yeah. Next book is one that I received from my best friend Stephanie. I went over to her house one day, and like 90% of her books on her bookshelf have come from me. So I noticed if there's a new book, and I saw this one on her shelf. I'm like, that's new. And she's like, do you want it? I don't really want to read it. It's not my type. And so she gave it to me, and it's I'm excited to read it because it's told it's like short poems, and I've heard really great things about it, and it's called The Day Before It by Elyse Schroeder. Next, we have a stack of 4 books from one of my favorite bookstores called Mysterious Galaxy. First book I got at Mysterious Galaxy this month was Morningstar by Pierce Brown when I went to his book signing. I just recently finished, like a week or 2 ago, Red Rising. I read it for the second time just because it's so amazing, and I wanted to refresh my brain before I jump into the second and third book. If you haven't read the Red Rising trilogy yet, I highly recommend that you do. It's the sci-fi series, young adult. It's really great. You should check it out. I can't wait to finish it. The next book I got was Reign of Shadows by Sophie Jordan, and oh, there's a bookmark in there. I have to admit, this was kind of an impulse buy. First, I had some rewards at the shop there so often, so it was like a Christmas rewards that I had left over. So I got this book with my rewards. I got this book just mainly because A, my friend Isabel told me she loved it, and B, the cover is so gorgeous, and C, it's fantasy. I love fantasy, so I thought, why not? And I cannot wait to get to it because it seems like a really fast read. Third book I got from Mysterious Galaxy is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, which I am currently reading. I got this book since I heard all the movie hype that's coming out, so the trailer is out now. I have not watched the trailer yet. I'm waiting to finish this book in order to watch the trailer, so I will most likely have a trailer reaction video for you guys. I've been holding it in so long. I want to watch the trailer so bad, but I'm like, no, just gotta finish the book. Next book I have from Mysterious Galaxy. I actually got it at a writing convention, but they were selling books there, which was nice because Susan Denard was there, and I kind of missed her signing since I was at Warner Brothers Studios that day, but she was also at this writing convention I went to, so I got her book, Truth Witch, and she signed it for me, which was so nice, and I'm super excited to read this book. I love Susan Denard. I haven't read any of her work, but she was so nice and gave me such great writing advice, so I cannot wait to start Truth Witch. Sounds just up my alley. Next up here we have a big stack of books that I got from an awesome used bookstore, and they have sell a lot of other things too, called Book Off. They have several locations across the US, I'm pretty sure, in California, like New York and stuff. The first book I got was Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Look at all those awards. I've heard great things about this book from Tiernan, the booktuber. A lot of people talk about this book. I did not know anything what it was about until I picked it up, and I think it's more of a contemporary. I thought it was about something different, but I'm excited to read this. I actually started it, so I'm probably going to finish it this month or next month. I'm reading a lot of books right now, but I'll try to get back into it, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's okay, so we'll see what I think about it later. Next book I got is by, I'm not sure if his name is Tom DeLonge or Poet Anderson, like if that's the title. It kind of confused me. It's called like Of Nightmares or Poet Anderson. I don't know the title of this book, but Susan Young co-authored it, and Susan Young is like my favorite author, so I will read anything she writes. So I'm super excited to get to this book. Next we have one that seems like really up my alley. I love ghost stories, more chilling, haunting things, and that's exactly kind of what Hereafter by Tara Hudson is about. So I got it. It was like $5. Awesome, like brand new condition. I cannot wait to read. Next we have a book that I'm kind of regretting buying because I just got it because it was a Peter Pan type story, but after I read the synopsis and the cover's kind of cheesy, I don't really have interest in reading it anymore, so I might unhaul this soon. It's called Another Pan by Danielle and Dina Neri, I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm sorry. And the last book I got from Book Off is Say What You Will by Cami McLovern. I think that's the name. Again, I can't pronounce names most of the time. And this is a contemporary novel. Next, these 3 books are books that I won from giveaways this month. and one I actually wasn't aware how I got them until they came at my door, and I'm assuming that I won these from a Goodreads giveaway that I entered, because I enter those occasionally, and I was not aware that I won, so I'm pretty sure that's where these came from. I got The Stolen Songbird by Danielle J. Jensen, and the second book in the series, Hidden Huntress. I'm pretty sure this is more of a fantasy read, and so I love the covers, and I've actually been eyeing these books for a little while, kind of wanting to read them, so I'm super excited when I got them in the mail. So free books, and they're signed too, which is awesome. So thank you to whoever sent those to me. The next book I won is actually one that I'm chomping at the bits to read because I've heard great things. I love the title, it sounds hilarious. And this book is called Kill the Boy Band by Goldie Moldavsky. Sorry if I butchered that name. I'm super excited. It's an ARC. Thank you so much to Scholastic. I'm really excited to read it. And the last 4 books in this haul were so kindly sent to me by Simon & Schuster and HarperCollins, Margot at Epic Reads. Shout out to you, thank you. These are all books that I was really looking forward to reading, and I'm super excited to have them here. So the first book I have is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare from Simon & Schuster. Thank you so much, Simon & Schuster, for this book. I've already started it. I'm like 15 pages in, but so far it's amazing. I'm so excited for Lady Midnight, and it comes out on March 8th. The next book we have is a sequel to a prequel by Susan Young, and it is called The Epidemic, which is the sequel to The Remedy, and The Remedy is a prequel to The Program. I know it's complicated, but you know Susan Young is my favorite author, so of course I had to get this book. And funny story, when I met Susan Young for the second time last weekend, it was her first time signing an ARC of this book, like ever, so she was super excited to do that, and I was so happy. It was awesome, and so yay, I can't wait to get more in depth into The Program and Remedy world. I love that series. It's so good. You guys should check it out, and it comes out in April this year. Next, we have a book that was sent to me kindly by HarperCollins, and it was called The Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine, and it is sort of a dark retelling of Snow White, I believe. I don't know, but I'm excited to read it because I love fairy tales and I love Disney stories. So yay! The very last book is one that I have already named in this book haul, but I have 2 copies of it now because I got an ARC from Simon & Schuster, and I got it right after I bought the physical final copy at Barnes & Noble. I bought it right when it came out, but then I got the ARC in the mail from Simon & Schuster. So now I have 2 copies, and that's Unhooked by Lisa Maxwell. I love Peter Pan, so 2 copies is great. I love ARCs. I collect ARCs, so can't wait to read all of these books, hopefully soon. I know I say that, but might not get to many of them, but they're all here for my collection. So that pretty much wraps it up for this very long book haul. I am actually expecting a few more books in the mail, but they haven't come. I was hoping they would come before I filmed this video, but they didn't. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I now have 26 new books to try and somewhere shove into my bookshelf, so I shall go do that now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye!
I need to go on a serious book buying ban. 26 books in less than 30 days. It's like the